Good morning and Happy New Year. I am Eni Augustine, the founder of Technologist Computers. I am a network engineer, cybersecurity expert, and community worker. Wanted to talk to my followers today about the biggest tech trends that I predict will hit in 2023. Number one on the list has got to be AI, also known as artificial intelligence. Now, AI has obviously had a huge impact in our lives already. I know that I've been seeing a lot of posts about AI art. That Lensa AI app was all the rage there for a couple weeks, and I definitely think that that's going to continue. I think that artificial intelligence is going to be ever more present in our lives, and with increased presence, will need to be, increased safeguards. Artificial intelligence creating a anime figure of me that may or may not be accurate is one thing, but when we have artificial intelligence that's deciding things like whether you're going to be approved for a loan, deciding as far as education what classes that you may be eligible to apply for and not, as far as where it's deciding who might be a suitable fit for a job. Well, that could have a significant impact on people's lives and already has been. I think that COVID and quarantine made us a little bit more aware of how AI was being used in education. But for those of you that don't know, artificial intelligence is currently being used in education with the online school. What was happening, and this happened multiple times here in Minnesota, was that children were submitting homework, as asked using these systems, and then an artificial intelligence was scrolling through the homework and trying to determine how likely it was that that child was depressed or suicidal or might self-harm. Well, I think that we definitely all want to keep children safe, but I don't know of a doctor that would be comfortable diagnosing a mental disorder based on an essay or two, or based off of, math homework, that type of thing. But we have computer programs doing the same thing. And so, as artificial intelligence continues to be used and become more widespread, I think that we're going to start looking at different ways to regulate it. Because, again, when it's simple and fun, like an app that makes you look like a fairy, well, it's all fun and games. But when it's deciding big life decisions for you based off of data that may or may not be correct, I think that a lot more people are going to become more concerned about that. The second big trend that I think is going to happen with technology this year is robots. Here in Minnesota, in Brooklyn Park, we already have an almost fully automated McDonald's. And every business owner, every employer, especially since COVID hit, has been highly aware of how hard it is to find staff, whether it's staff for cleaning or staff for cooking and serving. I think we all, as business owners, are highly sensitive to the fact that it's harder and harder to hire. And so I think that robots will become more and more present. A couple weeks ago, I actually went to a sushi restaurant that had robot servers, and a robotic line that the sushi would come down. And I thought it was pretty cool, but also, I mean, necessary. A lot of wait staff were impacted by COVID-19, and we know that those numbers have not been replenished. And so I think that American businesses are going to become more and more reliant on artificial intelligence, on robots to do a lot of work. I know that Amazon has been working on robotic drones as a way to manage their supply chain with their, the shortage of drivers. So I do think that robots are going to become more and more part of life. I know that, especially during COVID, again, a lot more police forces were using robot dogs. Robots have been used to defuse bombs, and I think for the first time, a robot was actually used to kill a person that they say was in the middle of committing a crime that put other people at risk. And so, as robots continue to interact more and more with the general public, I think that that's only going to be accelerated in 2023. One, because of the lack of workforce, and then two, also because of the innovations that we've been seeing in robotics. The other thing that I think is going to be continue to accelerate in 2023 is the democratization of technology knowledge. Um, Technology for a long time, for generations, has kind of been reserved for the elite few who are good at math and know how to program and all these other requirements that we now know are false. And platforms like Coursera. I know IBM has some online training. I mean, it's becoming more widely accessible and more widely used. So we're going to see more people that represent the people being served by that technology working in that industry. And that's something that I am looking forward to immensely. I am tired of being the only Black woman in the room, oftentimes the only Black person and the only woman in the room sitting at the table when it comes to these conversations. So, those are my three big predictions for 2023 with technology. I also predict that the average business, small to medium sized organization, is going to finally have to get serious about managing their technology. It's not going to work anymore just to kind of make it someone's responsibility. I think that businesses are seeing, the impact of not having their technology in order, not having a technology department or a person on staff to actually play that role. So I think that due to widespread hacking and cybersecurity issues, criminal and legal liabilities, more small to medium sized businesses will start spending more money on technology itself. And for that reason, Technologist Computers has designed the Techsurance program to help small businesses manage that process. And so, what the Tech Assurance program is it gives organizations a bucket of hours to use for virtual support. Whether that is, they want to learn how to use a specific software, they want to start planning for their digital transformation, or, they're kind of trying to manage and build an IT department. So the way it works is you get a certain amount of hours per month. Those hours are good for a year. You can use them up all at once or once a month, however suits your organization. And you'd have access to my team of technology professionals to help advise your organization on cybersecurity, on equipment that might be needed, on digital transformation and design, managing your inventory of technology, really whatever it is that you need done. And it's customizable depending on how much help you need and the size of your organization. So, if you'd like more information about that, I will be sharing the link down below. And you can also visit my website at technologist.computer. So, that said, thank you so much for listening and watching this stream. Make sure and follow, make sure and like. All of those things help more people get access to the knowledge that they need. So, I appreciate your help and I look forward to talking with you the next time.